Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we bring you a very special broadcast. I am Constantine, and you are about to witness possibly the greatest 4v4 match ever played on this earth. All I can say right now is that I'm speechless at the amazingness of this game. So anyway, getting right into it, as the game loads in, it is going to be a 4v4 played by none other than myself, my brother Callicles, and two of his buddies. The first would be Coleman. Those of you might be familiar with Coleman, because he received a shout out from me in the last round of casting that I did. And in the last spot on our team will be Kiat, who's actually named Kiat, and that's his character as well. And so it is going to be a Protoss, Terran versus a Protoss, Terran, Zerg, Terran. And our opponents are going to be Bergs, Spets, Vector, and Phoenix. And I'm not going to talk about their corners because you can see them, and I'm just going to try and follow all of the action as best as I can, and as I do that, I'm going to turn sound down a little bit because a pylon just killed my eardrum. Alright, and I'm going to leave health bars on. No, I'm not. I'm going to take them off. Just because that can kind of be a pain and get in the way of the awesomeness that occurs. So anyway, going to be walling in on my spot right here. And the thing that's great about 4v4s is even if you played in it, casting it is going to be an entirely different experience. Now obviously we can't leave the production tab open that long, or the APM tab. We can see some of the players here are good, some of the players are not. We can see here, what's the APM at? Callicles is rocking a good 20 APM. Kiat is rocking a 15 APM. Purple, Vector, is rocking the 13 APM. I think it's actually talent to only click a button once every 5 seconds in a StarCraft game. So, very interesting. Coleman doing an excellent job of walling in and using that, that really great strategy with Terran of leaving a space between your supply depot and the barracks, because, you don't want to lower that supply depot at any point in the game because that would just be dangerous. You want to leave that space so that you can get guys out. Because Terran don't want to wall in fully. I mean, that's a horrible strategy. It's not like you want to actually prevent them from being able to get into your base. So anyway, Kiat going to be doing this, and Callie's going to be perfecting the double full-size ramp wall-in, where he leaves, two giant gaps just in case units want to get into his base, because he wants to be friendly. Anyway, we have Berg starting a wall-in and then saying, you know what, I don't want to wall in. I, in fact, am going to just leave that supply depot there. And look at Vector doing the exact same thing. What a start to this game. It's like they've offered up these two supply depots as the sacrificial, buildings. It's almost like you're building a farm in Warcraft 3 to scout. So I got a few Marines out, and by a few, I mean one. I'm going to be moving around trying to check the proxy pylons, because these little corners are just itching to get proxied. Of course, whenever you have a probe in that corner, kind of is pretty awesome. It's like shooting fish in a barrel there, except if the fish are gigantic robotic machines that have lasers of death, which is what I feel like imagining, encountering an actual probe would be. They're not exactly, worthless things. If you saw one in real life, you'd kind of be scared of it because it has a little laser beam that shoots out. Of course, in StarCraft, it being the weakest unit, we think of them as retarded. And what is this? I'm throwing down a Ghost Academy. So I've got one Tech Lab, throwing down a second Barris, and it looks like I'm going to be playing some kind of Ghost Marine build or something, is what I think I intended to do at some point. And yes, we are going to see lots of ghosts this game. We're also possibly going to see some nukes. Not trying to spoil anything, but we might see nukes, just they're always on the table, and I like nukes in 4v4 because when you hear a nuke go down, your first question is, wait, who fired that? Was that one of you guys? And if, you're not on vent or in the room with them, because this was actually played at a 4-player LAN that we set up, perhaps even last evening it might have been. Yes, it was. And so we were able to be like, oh, is that you? Yeah. Okay, cool. I don't have to worry about it nuking my army. Of course, if you're Callicles, sometimes you do have to worry about it nuking your own army. But You know, most of the time you don't. Of course, whenever the nuke goes down and you're like, was that you? And you're like, no, it wasn't me. Was that you? And they're like, no. And they're like, oh shit. And then by that time the nuke's down. And you can't really look around to all your bases to find the little red dot when there's 4 people playing. You would think that you could, but apparently you can't. So they're pretty strong. I like them a lot. Going to be throwing down more tech labs. I don't know, that should have been a reactor, and it is going to be a reactor now. Let's go ahead and macroing up. I'm going to look at the armies here. Pretty much everyone's doing pretty good, except Purple, falling a little bit behind. Apparently Purple is this team's weak link. Doesn't look like he's doing all that much. Couple people still don't have any gas, and by a couple people I mean 4. Of course, Coleman, he's just now getting gas. Oh, he has no gas army. Never mind. I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong thing. But anyway, so you can just see the spread here. Leading the front of the food category is the wonderful blue player Bergs. I'm not really sure how he's doing that off of just a 1-1-1 build, where all he's built so far are Marines. I kind of feel like that has to be wrong at some point. But in fact it isn't. Throwing down that command center for that early one, and it looks like I'm going to be researching the Mobius reactor. Going to be doing that first, just because I like to have extra energy on my ghosts. I already have 2 ghosts out. If you're going to get the Mobius reactor, I kind of suggest waiting to start the ghost until like right now, right before it finishes, just so you can actually get the use of that. But, you know, one of those upgrades that's not that important, but it can be kind of fun sometimes. Going to be throwing down a factory, and it looks as though I'm not going to be committing to a crazy heavy Marine Rodder play. Coleman is doing Marine Rodder as well. You can see him matching my forces. And he's going to be throwing down an engineering bay. Callicles, meanwhile, has elected to go with some blink stalkers. Already has the blink down. To just move this away. He's got 3 gate, and it looks as though a Banshee is going to get the first blood of this game. And so, as the Zerg player takes his expansion, Callicles is going to be dealing with the Banshees. Nice little, oh, and the Banshee stays alive with 10 health. And because of that, Callie's going to lose most of his workers, but there goes the other scan. A little bit of nice teamwork there. The Terran player's scanning for the Protoss to scout his base. One of these guys should have a Robo Bay down with, there's a Robo Bay going down, with some observers, would be very nice. It looks as though Phoenix has done that himself, not going to be falling for any of that, and got a Dark Shrine out, so we're going to be seeing some Dark Templar. You know, you want to get this Dark Shrine out and then actually use it, which he's not really doing, but we're not going to make fun of those players, and by those I mean the opponent players, because what we're here for is making fun of our own players. And so, while that's not that great of a play, it doesn't really matter. So, it looks as though, let's go back to the production tab. Looks like Cloak is going down. Another Ghost Academy is going down. So that's kind of giving away that there will be some nukes coming out of me this game. See everyone's income here. It looks like Orange is in first. Oh, Orange is me. And it's probably just because I've been building SCVs. Currently, I am at 30 SCVs and 1 mule. And actually, these other players have more workers than me. 32, 34. So yeah, Callie is at 27. Probably should get some more. Callie has 15 stalkers. And so with these forces, I have my Ghost just chilling out here in front. Going to be getting a nuke. There's 1 nuke going down, another one going down. This nuke's going to be a little late because Cloak is going to have to finish. But there are Dark Templar, and these Dark Templar, oh, they're going to be moving in right here. Oh, and they're going to be following my Ghosts. My Ghosts are not cloaked yet because I was like, I'll save their energy. I'm smart. Going to be, oh yeah, going to be EMPing. Oh yeah, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That Ghost just threw down the EMP to decloak him. I probably could have scanned and then sniped both of them, but no, I decided to do that. And wow, that factory finished right as that SCV died. So this Dark Templar is just going to be moving over here and preventing this going down. He could actually move up here, but we walled in and I threw down a missile turret real quickly. So it doesn't look like any more harassment's going down. These players are securing their expansions pretty much faster than all of us, and so this is bad. There are 4 expansions down on the map for them, and there are no expansions for us. Although I would say that our forces are a little stronger. Not that strong of a force right now. Really nothing out of Purple, because Purple is kind of horrible. although blue and red both look like they're making a fair number of forces. This command center is finished, and the orbital command is done, so I should be lifting this off in a moment, transferring workers to try and even out with the economy situation.